Good morning, Ladybridge parents and carers. We were notified yesterday, quite late on, that we've got another positive case of COVID-19 in Year 10. So as Year 10 parents are aware of, we've had to isolate the year group today whilst we complete the track and trace process, as we've done now several times before. Later today, we will email the families of the learners who have identified as close contacts. Because Year 10, same with Year 9, same with Year 11, because Year 10 mix in different option subjects, it's likely to be around about half of the year group who are going to be identified as close contacts. And this is the case in all secondary schools. So anyone who sat within 2 meters of a learner who tests positive for more than 15 minutes is going to be a close contact. So effectively, that's going to end up including, from our experiences today, around about half of the year group. Now, we've got over 20 staff absent at the moment, so the situation's getting worse, not better, unfortunately. And the vast majority of those are teaching staff. We have over a quarter of our teaching staff absent at the moment, largely due to COVID-19. As I communicated to us at the start of the week, it is not safe to have all 5 year groups in school in these circumstances. Now, the plan was to make a decision on Monday as to whether all year groups could be in from Tuesday onwards. So Tuesday is the date that Year 8 are returning to school. So that was the plan. However, due to the fact that the staffing situation is getting worse, and we now have this positive case in Year 10, we have made the decision today that all of Year 10 will work from home until Tuesday, the 24th of November. So that is the date that the learners who are identified as close contacts will return to school. Now, it's still worth us doing that track and trace process because those learners and their families need to know if they were close contacts. So we'll still be doing that, but all of Year 10, unfortunately, will be out until the 24th of November. And I am genuinely, really, really devastated to have to do this, to not have all of our learners in school. It's not what I want to do. What I do want is for parents and carers to understand the reason for the decision. It's really important to me that you know why we're doing the things that we're doing. And that's the case all the time, not just during COVID-19. I want you to understand why. So, for a start, the fact is that the staffing situation is getting worse. If things were looking like they were improving, obviously we could delay the decision till Monday and see where we're at then. But things are getting worse. And therefore, next week, we're going to have a year group who aren't in school. You can't have over a quarter of your teaching staff not in and have all five year groups in school. Now, earlier in the week, I suggested that year group was likely to be Year 9. So we've had Year 8 off for, it's going to end up being 4 days. And the intention was the most likely scenario yesterday was that if we were having to have another year group from home, the next year group would be Year 9, who would then be off for 4 days between Tuesday and Friday of next week. But it would be nonsensical to have Year 9 working from home from Tuesday and then half of Year 10 who are having to self-isolate. So by selecting Year 10 as the year group that are going to work from home, what we're doing in effect is having more learners in school. So by selecting Year 10, we're keeping more learners in school. So I hope parents understand what we've done. I hope parents understand why we've done what we've done. And as soon as we can safely have all year groups in school, we will. Now, to finish, I always say thank you for your support. always put that onto letters. And it may appear a bit sort of repetitive and bland that I'm saying the same thing at the end of letters, but I really, really mean it. I do feel really grateful to work with parents and carers who can see that these are extreme times. And I, like you, really look forward to a return to a bit more sort of normality. But we're doing everything we can to strike that balance between keeping people safe and providing the highest quality of education. And the more we can the more clarity we can give for you as parents. Now, we can't give clarity of what things are going to be like 2 weeks down the line, but if I can at least give you clarity each week, as much as I can, as to what's going to happen, then that's better. So on the one hand, it would be great in a way if I could just make decisions each day and respond to things immediately. But actually, it's better for families to know in as much advance as we can provide, and it's better in terms of providing the best quality of education for us to try and plan like a week or so in advance. So that's why I'm making the decision today and giving families as much clarity as I possibly can about where we stand. All right, I will leave it there. Thank you, everyone. And I'll hopefully not be in touch too soon. Thanks, everyone.